82 Society, welcome back to another video, y'all. It is your boy RichMoneyMan 82 or Amari, whatever y'all know me as. You know what I'm saying? I got a gaming channel as well. That is also in the description if y'all want to go sub and watch those gaming videos. But we are here with another BLUELOCK chapter. You know what I'm saying? Another hiryo video.
Chapter 333 has just released.
It's a peak chapter. I seen the leaks. I don't think I'm gonna do like leak chapter review videos, so I'm gonna just like do the just officials. But like this shit was definitely fire. Nigga ran hit that fucking, what's it called? So shit, I forgot what this actual nutmeg is called, but he hit the same shit he hit on Isagi that Sei hit him with, and Ren ended up just I'm gonna just take this move and use it, add this to my bag, you know what I'm saying?
Matchup of Itoshi Ren versus Julian Loki as the geniuses clash for the first time. Hugo continues to talk to Isagi, trying to convince him he's only number 2, which has Isagi absolutely stunned since Hugo manages to predict his every move. Nobody is safe against this France team. Isagi even questions if they can win against them. This France game has been blessing us with back-to-back amazing chapters, so let's jump into it quick. The chapter picks up right where we left off, the matchup between Itoshi Rin and Julian Loki. We see Rin's aura appears with a serious face, and Loki just smiles at bro, which immediately just tells you the type of timing he's on. Right away though, we see Rin use Itoshi size nutmeg cross elastico. And this got me so hype, y'all. Lil bro learning from his older bro. There's not any dialogue for this page, but you don't even need words to see how fire this is. We're not out of the clear yet though, as Loki just turns his head and starts running towards Rin, who's already past him. And oh no, man, he's now using Godspeed. And like a goddamn teleporter, Loki is already on Rin, pressing him for the ball. Bro still got a smile on his face too. He thinks everything is sunshine and rainbows. Rin struggles a little bit with a Loki on him, and we see his eyes start to shift as they both break free from each other, using at this point karate. This is giving me flashbacks to the U20 match where literally the same thing happened between Rin and Sai, and there was no dialogue for that as well, so I'm a happy camper here. Loki and another defender are in front of Rin, and the goal is in sight, so with the opportunity, he grits his teeth and jumps up attempting the shot. Rin is an absolute madman going for this shot, but that's not even the craziest part, because Loki sees this and stops smiling, reaching out his hand ready to counter. And we're left wondering whether Rin will score the equalizer, winning against the U20's top player, or will Loki continue to prove that he's unstoppable. The moments here, folks, we see Rin actually get the shot off, blocking Loki in the process.
Watch out.
Oh my god.
Hold on. Watch out, nigga. Fuck.
Just do that. He actually blocked Julian Loki of all people for a shot on target. But all of a sudden, Hugo appears.
This is what I was saying though. This is an upskill from my demon. This is an upskill. Hugo had to step in. This is people were mentioning this is the exact same thing Kaiser and Isagi were doing. Like literally textbook, kind of, And I think that's a fire
out of nowhere to block the shot.
Because it's a lot that connects with it though throughout this chapter. It's something that Hugo talks about. What we gonna get to?
Hugo? Where did he even come from? Wasn't he just on Isagi? Is there a public teleporter that France can use? How does one person have the capability to do all of that? And this man is flying gracefully to block this shot. No sweat, no emotion, nothing. Just nonchalant per usual. They even gave a zoom in on his face, and again, no words here, but you can just read his face. This face is saying, you ain't nothing, big dog. This obviously pisses off Rin, and we see the ball go out as the commentators are in absolute shock too, saying it was so close and Hugo's super block keeps France from conceding a goal. All the Japanese fans are quite literally our reactions to Rin's goal being blocked. This guy even got his hands on his head. And now we jump over to Isagi YOICHI, who takes a breath trying to understand the situation. As he looks at Hugo on the ground, he wonders if even that just now was predicted by him. Reading Rin's trait of shooting while colliding, Loki limited the shot course and Hugo blocked it. If you don't remember, this is almost a one-to-one what Kaiser and Isagi did in the NEL 2. One was on Rin limiting his shot and the other got the ball, so I'm wondering if Hugo even learned from that. Isagi, understanding the play though, realizes it's not just that. The tactics BLUELOCK prepared, as well as their individual abilities, everything has been logically understood and grasped by him. We then see all of the France team as Isagi says a talent in the right place and bringing out a 100%
we need
performance.
Some fucking subs.
An aptitude-based elite collective. And you know it's bad when Isagi starts to question whether or not they can win against France. Y'all, if this is not a telltale sign that we're cooked, then I don't know what is. Hugo uses this opportunity as well and starts to talk to Isagi, telling him once again they are strong BLUELOCK. Again, with the nonchalantness, he slicks back his hair on some Kaiser timing and starts to explain their whole mentality, saying if you take the diligent collective-minded culture of Japanese football and mix it with everyone aiming to be the world's best striker, you create a hybrid team that takes the best of both. Does Hugo just have the all-seeing eye or something? Because bro just knows everything about BLUELOCK. He's gonna start dropping Isagi's birth date and blood type next, man. Someone gotta stop bro. He also ends up giving props to Ego as a coach, saying that he's an excellent individual who made that experiment a success. Which is funny, even Hugo has to point out how smart Ego is. Then it zooms in on his eyes and he says, but this is as far as it goes. He starts counting on his fingers for some random reason and says talent 66%, environment 33%, and luck 1%. I like how Hugo is unnecessarily wagging his fingers around. Like, he could have just said this out loud without raising his fingers, but nah, he had to count it out and show Isagi instead. He then starts to explain that these are the ratio of elements that make up a match. But in BLUELOCK's case specifically, it's a team that's barely been winning by Isagi YOICHI pulling in that luck. Nah, someone turn the mic off on Hugo. The amount of backhand passive-aggressive disses he's made is absolutely crazy. Like, in other words, he's saying that BLUELOCK is only winning by luck, even saying barely winning. Like, he didn't need to add all that description. You can even interpret this message as Hugo saying Isagi is a luck merchant, which I know the Isagi haters are jumping for joy with Hugo calling him out for having plot armor. He then says France won't allow a situation where luck can happen. And this is ultimately the way to crush BLUELOCK. And Isagi's face throughout this whole chapter got me hella dead. Bro is getting a taste of his own medicine whenever he does this in a game like with Nigeria, but not my GOAT, man. Come on. We know Isagi though, and he ain't gonna take that disrespect.
I'm still standing with what I said. Hold on, I'm still standing with what I said though. Isagi, look, they're gonna lose this game. BLUELOCK's gonna lose this game. It's cool though. It's cool. It's alright. Isagi haters, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can have y'all little hee ha ha. That's cool. That's cool. We can deal with that. Because apparently we've been glazed. He been needing to lose. But I guess he been getting glazed too much recently, I guess. I don't know. I don't fucking care. I don't be too deep in the community. You know, I deadass just be watching BLUELOCK YouTubers, reactors, deadass. I don't be in the community like that. I play like fucking Goldbound and BLUELOCK Rivals sometimes, and even literally FIFA, but I haven't played FIFA in a little bit. But also, let me get this off. We're at 6:32. Let's see, where's that panel? Here it go. It's I don't know, maybe this is Isagi's imagery, but I have a feeling like maybe he was watching footage on him. But maybe, I don't know. But then how would he know about the 1% luck? He's have to have been watching, right? So if that's the case, damn, if that's the case, bro. Nigga. Nah, yeah, for sure. He has to have been watching because he knows about his two-gun volley. Or he's at least watched the NEO.
He calls out to Hugo saying, try it, you big talking jerk.
I lost my like point for that one though. I had something like I wanted to connect the panel, the little puzzle piece panel, but I don't know if that's Hugo's imagery.
Then gets cut off by Hugo, who says that quick irritation and snapping back is proof he was right. Yeah, I've seen enough, bro. Hugo is literally that picture of a guy holding a chess piece. He's playing chess while we're playing checkers. When have we ever seen someone call out a response like this? We can see Isagi have a little bit of anger in his eyes, and Hugo unnecessarily starts pointing out again, stating another fact: the Blue Lock team has a serious Isagi YOICHI dependency. He continues that the Japanese team is currently growing on his endless new ideas. So paradoxically, he's not allowed to stop thinking and evolving. They also depict this with a beautiful panel of Isagi being quote-unquote chained with a blue lock symbol, and Hugo says if Isagi stops growing specifically, the team will collapse. In an insane upwards POV of bro, like we can see the top of his head. It just doesn't stop there though, since he says that heavy pressure is creating impatience within you. It makes his plays easy to predict and easy to crush. So Hugo even knows that Isagi was struggling with the pressures of being a number one. Nah, he must have been reading a Blue Lock Volume 37 itself when he was reading that damn book. Because him even knowing the mental state of Isagi currently is beyond comprehension. Like, how does that even happen? And we see him confirm this by saying, at this point, when you're feeling pressure, you're just not fit to be number one. Because if you were number one, you should be able to joyfully enjoy this moment where you are the center of the world. Even flashbacking specifically to the panels of him realizing this. Keep Isagi's face too, man. This is about the only reaction you can have because bro is predicting everything about you, from your actions to your mental state to even the pressure you felt right before the match. Hugo then points to Loki, saying in that regard, Loki is the perfect fit for being number one. Born with the world's best physical abilities, and no doubt that he'll become the world's best striker. Loki is just standing there smiling, taking in all the glaze, as Hugo says his mind and body are in a perfect sync with his aptitude. He is a natural born number one, and he'll be the one to produce that. Again, with the unnecessary finger movements, he makes a peace sign towards his eyes and continues that to see a world that couldn't be reached alone, he wants to become the world's number two, which even got Isagi mad confused. He calls out Isagi, saying that he of all people should understand. He doesn't mean second place, he's talking about overseeing and manipulating the second highest spot. Being the one who understands the number one better than anyone else, an equal being. And in the next page, we see Hugo reach out his hand just like Isagi did and says, come and be the number two Isagi YOICHI. Hugo paralleling Isagi is one of the craziest panels I've seen in the entire manga. And the look on his face is just scary. You can tell he ain't messing around. Just look at Isagi's face as well. When have we ever seen a bro look like this? A full blacked out panel is crazy. Man's is beyond shocked. He continues to tell Isagi that if he lives out his destiny as the number two, Blue Lock can still become stronger. With even a close-up of his eyes, which kind of looks like the Desire eyes we saw towards the start of the series. But if Isagi keeps chasing that dream of becoming the world's best striker, as it shows a panel of Jinpachi ego, Hugo says Blue Lock will be destroyed right here. Yo, Hugo is actually crazy, and now the ball is in Isagi's court. He has to make a decision. Does he submit and give up on his dream, or continue to push like he always does and aim for the number one striker? As we see Loki covering Rin with yet another smile on his face, and this guy is just having fun while Blue Lock is fighting for their lives. Karasu is shown as well, which means one of two things. This gotta be the hardest sneak-in of all time, or Karasu is about to get his time to shine. The last players are shown. Isagi is gritting his teeth, struggling, while Hugo is just a nonchalant per usual. as Bachira is ready for the corner kick to restart the game, ending off the chapter on yet another cliffhanger. Alright, this France game is shaping up to be one of my favorite games in the entire series. Hugo is just such an interesting character that there is so much to talk about. Firstly, Itoshi Rin versus Julian Loki. Now, we'll talk about this quickly before all the Hugo and Isagi stuff everyone wants to talk about, but I'm actually surprised how this 1v1 went. And I think in a good way, because I think Rin showed how good he is, and just the no dialogue, straight football playing, dribbling one-on-one was a great way to prove that. They also did it in a way where Julian Loki isn't
Nugent 11's Gordon, that nigga. That's a upscale of doom. Upscale of doom. I don't want to hear it. Upscale. Like, my two favorites. It may be generic, but it's Yoichi and literally Rin. Like them two is up there alongside. I ain't even really been thinking about like top 5 characters or top 3 or anything like that. I haven't been thinking about that recently, but I had to go with the number 3. I might put Nagi. Then 4th would be Chigiri. 5, Rayo. No, because Bachira got to be in there. Man, I'll do that shit later.
Smiling the whole time. It was a quick interaction. He still has yet to touch the ball.
Maybe
so
I'll
it wasn't like Rin
drop my top 5 in the
completely beat
comments
the
or
best U20 player. So they both managed to show Rin's abilities while also not downplaying Loki. I really thought Loki would be the one to come out on top towards the end though, but Hugo teleported somehow and blocked Rin, which was yet another surprise. At this moment, Hugo has an assist, shut down Isagi and stole possession, as well as now a blocked shot. He's been popping off absolutely this game. Of course, his talk with Isagi is the main thing about this chapter. This was genuinely insane. Isagi pretty much getting predicted from start to finish for this chapter. Bro knew everything about Isagi, from how BLUELOCK relies on him, the pressure he's feeling right now, his mentality, all of that, just to convince bro to give up his dreams of becoming the #1 striker. Which again is diabolical work. The way they're portraying a Hugo's character right now, I'm absolutely loving it. Just when you think Kaneshiro set a high bar with the other new gens like Kaiser and Itoshi Sai, he somehow manages to meet our expectations with Hugo. And the thing is, Hugo is both a character you can agree with and disagree with, which I think is perfect. The way he uses logic, the way he analyzes Isagi, a lot of us readers can believe in what he's saying, but it's also a flawed way of thinking, and we're left wondering, how is Isagi gonna overcome this obstacle? It's super well written and just gets you so much more hyped for the next chapter. Speaking of which, chapter 334 is titled A Time of Awakening, which is an insane chapter name. Who's gonna awaken? What is gonna happen? We know Isagi is gonna fight back against Hugo as well, so it's most likely hinting towards him. Awakening chapter. Speaking of which, chapter 334 is titled A Time of Awakening, which is an insane chapter name. Who's gonna awaken? What is gonna happen? We know Isagi is gonna fight back against Hugo as well, so it's most likely hinting towards him. But we're only like 4 chapters into the game, so is Isagi actually gonna awaken that quickly? That's the only doubt on my mind right now, because don't get me wrong, I want to see Isagi succeed and prove Hugo's way of thinking is wrong, but it would be super quick to conclude that in the first 4 chapters. At the moment, all the odds are stacked against him as well, especially when the common belief is that Isagi is gonna have a downfall in this match to kind of use it as a learning experience for the rest of the World Cup. Regardless of who it is, I think this will be a big chapter for this game, especially since we're starting with a corner kick from Bachira. But anyways, that about wraps it up for this video and this chapter. If you made it to the end, thank you so much for watching as always. Leave any thoughts you have down below on this chapter. Thoughts on Hugo, thoughts on Isagi, what's gonna happen in the next chapter. YouTube really thinks that you'd like this video right here, so be sure to check that one out too.
I already watched this on my downtime, but Hugo don't gotta stomp my nigga out though. Like, he could still, you know what I'm saying, fight back a little bit. It could still be a total, like, you know, learning lesson, but he can still try and fight back. But I understand. But y'all go support the original release of this video. You know, go check out Hiryo's channel. You know, I'm gonna leave it in the description, his channel name alongside the video title, so y'all can go watch the video yourselves. But it is his latest release video, so y'all honestly don't need to see it, but it's gonna be there because that's just the template of how my videos are made, or just how the description is made. I mean, so yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, go ahead, leave a like, comment, subscribe. If y'all want to see more videos from me, y'all can go to my gaming channel, my main channel. You know, I'm just now getting recently back on there. I recently just posted 2 videos in 2 consistent days, you know what I'm saying? So if you want to go watch some gaming videos over there, y'all can go watch them. I also have a Discord over there, so if y'all want to join the Discord, y'all also can. So yeah, y'all. If y'all want to see more videos, go ahead, leave a like, comment, subscribe to the video, turn nothing them. Damn. Hold up, let me lock in. Go ahead, leave a like, comment, subscribe to the video, turn nothing that major super content, and I'll see y'all in the next video, y'all. Peace, Sages to society. Take care, stay blessed.
She don't want to see me get up in my bed, ball up. Double and bag, friends from the ton of the haters, I'm watching them fall up. I just walked in the sack, she looking like she wants to spit on my rags. She looking like she wants to spit on his debt. But I think she just wanna spend for the cash. I think she just wanna spend for the money. That's probably why I'm a fucking in dash. Cut to her hold my DM, she looking good, she told me she fucking with cash. We finna run a per diem, it's at least find out about it a little bit to get